Mighty Father, I believe. Do you believe?
Yes, I believe.
You created heaven and earth. Do you believe?
Yes, I believe.
I believe in Jesus Christ. Do you believe?
Yes, I believe.
Everlasting Son of God. Do you believe?
Yes, I believe. Oh, yes, I believe in the Father and the Son.
Hi, and welcome to our today's platform of My Catholic Faith with Father Athan Tembla. I'm your presenter, Josephine Sonda. Being in the same month of September where we are celebrating the Bible as well as the creation, month of creation, we feel we still continue to talk about these two special events. And of course, Father is already in the studio to continue educating us about this special month. Father, welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much, and greetings to our dear viewers as well.
Indeed, Father, it is always our pleasure to have you around, most especially yearning to hear more of what we are expected of, most especially in this month of September. As we said, we are continuing with what we started. Of course, today our focus will be on cleanliness at our places of worship. Why is it so important, most especially to talk about cleanliness in this month of September, the month of creation?
The reason is simple. God doesn't like dirty places. You can't put God in a dirty place and you think it is fine, it is okay. If I was God, I would I would unleash my wrath on you. The place of worship has to be clean. Or the places of worship, because there are many places where we worship God from.
Yes.
They have to be clean. Not perfect, but there should be something about the place of worship that tells you to say, okay, apa bamapianga, or apa banapianga yesterday. Because some places you go to, you don't know when last they cleaned.
Yes.
And yet people go there to pray. They go there, is it for Mass? They go there for Mass. Is it for adoration? They go there for adoration. But the place looks like it was last swept last year. And the question is, where is the problem? The problem is the attitude. The attitude towards cleanliness. And that's why this month is very important, because it reminds us about the importance of keeping the environment tidy. Usually when you talk about season of creation, our minds are focused on planting trees, picking up litter, but more on planting trees and watering the flowers, Of course, it is part of it.
Yes.
Because we are co-creators. God created us and created the universe and everything else, but He made us also co-creators. In what sense? In the sense of taking care of what He created.
Exactly.
So there's nothing wrong with all that. Planting trees. In fact, that is what we need, especially if you look at the effects of climate change. We need more trees. We need an environment that is greener than ever.
Exactly.
But there's more that we can do. There's more that we can do than just doing that. What about our places of worship? What about that place where you go to have your meetings from as a Smokesome community? I know that in some parishes, Smokesome communities are held in different homes. In other parishes, it is the same place. It is a permanent place for their Smokesome community meeting. Now, the question is, how do we take care of that place where we do our meetings from? It could be somebody's home, but does it look like a place where we can actually sit there comfortably and do our Bible sharing from?
Exactly.
Are we contributing to taking care of that place? It is a private home, quite all right, but since we are also using that place for our meetings, don't we feel we are also responsible towards ensuring that the place is okay, so that when we go there, we know that we're going to a clean place? Or is it just the responsibility of the owner of the house? Some communities have a portion at church. in some corner somewhere, but St. Chakuti, this is our portion.
Exactly.
Today, go to your parish and look at your portion. Do you like what you see? Yeah. What is there? Is there any sign at your portion to say somebody was here watering yesterday? Or is it a deserted portion? Sometimes we even feel ashamed of ourselves going there to check, because we not like what we see, because we have forgotten about our God-given responsibility to take care of that which God has created, and more so to take care of a place where we are going to gather as a Christian community, as a family, to worship God. But you don't clean that place regularly, and yet you call it a place of worship. Where is the problem?
Exactly, Father. Having that said, it even takes me back to those days during the Kaunda era, when we used to hear about the times of humanism. Of course, they choose a time when they'll just go flat out to make sure that they clean the environment. Could we relate that to that kind of action, where maybe as a parish, a community, you just rise and say, this is a week of action, let's get into action? Is that what you are like kind of advising us?
That's what we need. That's what we need. We need an attitude. You know, it's a huge paradigm shift in the way we treat our environment.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, our like in our case as Zambia, our country is the majority are the younger generation. Like it's a young country, so to say. Yeah, it's a young country, and a good percentage of these young people are born in the 2000s.
Yes.
Yeah. What we are talking about, they have no idea.
They have no idea.
They have no idea.
Maybe you can recall about 4 years ago during the 60th president, when he brought up that idea of cleaning campaign.
Yeah, keep Lusaka clean.
That's what they can recall. Yes.
We need that shift in the way we treat the environment. You know, when you treat the environment very well, the environment smiles back at you.
Exactly.
Do you know the feeling of the environment smiling back at you? It's a very satisfying feeling. You know, it is a very satisfying feeling, because you have an environment that is accommodating you. You are going home to a clean house. You feel, yes, this is how it should be. This is what I should call home. It's clean, it's tidy. You go out, it is evergreen and all that. We need an environment that is taken care of in that manner. Now, the younger generation, those in the 2000s, maybe also a bit in the late 1990 something, yes. What exactly are we teaching them? What have they learned about the environment? About the importance of tendering for the environment? What exactly have they learned? You'll be surprised. You know, just take a random walk in town. It could be at a mall, and see. It's a kind of survey. Say you are doing a research. It's a social research, so to say. You want to see who is littering more than the other. Okay, and you realize that at the end of the day, you will have at least 80%, 85% of the people littering that place who are of the younger generation. The elderly, of course, one or two would behave like the young ones, but the elders, generally would have a different approach to the environment. But the younger generation, the late 90s, the early 2000s, and all that, those are the ones that are going to find littering more than others. And the question is, what exactly have they learned about the environment? When we celebrate the season of creation, we want to go back to the drawing board. You just reminded us about the Kaunda era, Kaunda times, when it was mandatory to paint a fimuti, paint a fimuti na lime. Especially when you see the independence is coming, the environment everywhere would just change. That was also adopted partly by the MMD government, and it continued and slowly just died.
Yes.
Yeah. And it wasn't just about painting trees. It was also about sweeping. There was always somebody who was sweeping the streets. No one was cutting trees anyhow. Of course, charcoal burning has always been there, but it was not as bad as it is today. We want to go back to the drawing board and say, where is the problem? How can we correct this problem? How can we become more responsible towards the environment, and most especially towards the places we call our places of worship?
Yes, exactly.
I'm trying so much to avoid talking about this, in the general sense, because we want to narrow it down to the place of worship.
The place of worship.
If you are Catholic, you belong somewhere. If you are Catholic, you belong to, well, you may not belong to a smoke-some community, because we do have parishioners who are not,
part
in
of the
any
smoke-resistant communities.
But at least you belong to a parish. You belong to a parish, you affiliate to a parish. Even if you have not been to church for the past 10 years, there's a parish in your head that you consider as your home parish. And that is the place that we are talking about here. When you go to that place you call my parish, do you like what you see in terms of the environment, in terms of the condition of the church, the inside of the church? Do you like what you see, or you don't care? That is for the parish priest. For me, it's just to go. If I'm in the choir, it's just go and sing. It's just to go and attend mass. If the parish priest is going to take care of that
With their maintenance group.
With the maintenance committee and all that. But we need to have a huge shift in the way we look at these things. If I walk into my parish and I find that there's a bulb that is not working properly, I should feel responsible, even if it is not my responsibility, so to say, but I should feel compelled to say, something needs to be done about this. If I walk into the church, the inside of the church, and I find the benches have too much dust, I should feel concerned. Why is there too much dust in the church?
Yes.
Is there something that nobody is doing, but something that I am not doing myself?
Exactly.
Every person that belongs somewhere, that belongs to that parish, should feel personally responsible towards the environment, the cleanliness around that place. If they find there's something that is not looking nice, in terms of some dirt somewhere, they should feel personally responsible towards that. Not to feel responsible in the sense of saying, I'm the one that has caused this dirt. No. But responsible in the sense of, this I have to clean. This I have to do something about it. If I am not going to do it myself, I have to engage somebody. I have to talk to somebody. I have to ask somebody to pick that up. We shouldn't just look at the dirty environment and think that is normal. It is not normal, because God cannot be worshipped in a dirty place. Cleanliness is next to
godliness. Yes.
Our God is a God of order. Even when He created the universe and everything else that is in it, there was order. Exactly. It was not just pa 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 pa. He was creating with a particular order, and He has shared that order with you and I.
Yes.
We need to also practice that same order in our own way, with our own limitations and all that. We need to practice that order. And in this case, the best way to practice it is to find a litter lying somewhere and not thinking it is okay. Picking it and putting it where it is supposed to be.
Exactly.
Without even complaining about who left this here. As long as it is dead, it is lying there. I will pick it up and put it where it is supposed to be. That's what it means to bring order where there's disorder. If I know who did that, of course, there's also the aspect of challenging one another. Yeah. If I see by youth, for example,
exactly.
They are eating freezes and all these things and throwing things anyhow, I know they are the ones that have caused this. As an adult, if you're an adult, you should feel, compelled to pump some sense in them to say, no, this you can't do. This we don't do. Don't let people do wrong things and think it's not my business, or it's okay, or let it just be. Feel compelled to act, to do something about that. Challenge of course, challenge fraternally without making anybody feel insulted. But challenge. You are doing this, it is wrong. You can't just throw things anyhow.
Yes.
But St. Chakuti, you are supposed to come to sweep the church or to clean the inside of the church yesterday. You didn't come. What happened? People should be held accountable. You didn't. Why? Explain. Why didn't you come? No, people were busy and no. You still have to come and clean the church. We need to do all this, maybe also in an aggressive manner,
Exactly.
in order to do what we're calling going back to the drawing board. The point, the bottom line is, our places of worship should be clean, should be places that smile back at us. We're talking about the inside of the church. What about outside of the church?
Exactly.
Some parishes, quite all right, who have a bit of money here and there, have put pavers, Yeah, the parish is looking good. And others, don't have that much money to put the pavers. But that doesn't mean that the surrounding cannot look good.
Cannot look good.
It is not pavers that will make the parish look good. Even if you're feeling a little bit.
Yes.
Gamwa po fipero wapeni pani mwa pianga mwa sekwila. The parish is going to look nice.
Yes, exactly, Father. Like talking about the youths, you've mentioned, the youth groups. We have so many youth groups, Bakalolo, Vanani, and they're always at church, most especially during the weekends, in their uniforms, doing whatever they are good at. But when it comes to cleaning, it's kind of rare that the youths get involved in such, not until maybe the parish executive puts up a program for them. Do you think, Father, it's because of a lack of mentorship, most especially by our so-called the matrons and the like? Because, these are kind of culture which is passed on from generation to generation. Maybe they're not doing it because they're not being mentored. What could be your thought about this?
In fact, I was going to say the same thing you said.
All right.
Lack of mentorship.
Okay.
Lack of mentorship. The reality that you are asking about is actually true. We have very few young people in our parishes that are, let us say, responsible towards the environment. In what sense? You're going to invite youths to come and clean the church. You have a lot of youths in that parish.
Yes.
But just maybe 10% will show up. Maybe 5%, and sometimes none. Actually, I've worked in a parish where you say, "Well, this week you are the ones on duty.
Yes.
You come and clean the church, and no one shows up." The other day, call them for a picnic. You'll be surprised. You will see the people faces that you have never seen in your life before, and you are like, "Even this one is my youth in this parish." And that same youth doesn't even know your name, and yet your parish priest, because they were just pulled from the compound. Yes. Maybe this youth last attended mass 5 years ago before he became parish priest there.
Yes.
So they hear no, kuli picnic you, and then they come, and it's a huge group because of picnic. Yes. But what about this other side? Where is the problem? Lack of mentorship. This, as we meet in Smokesam communities, these are things that we need to be talking about, especially to the young people. Those of you that are matrons and patrons, it is important that you put this topic on your plate to say, this, I have to be talking about it every day, every single day with my youth, so that we begin to give them a new software, if we can put it, a new software. They become more responsible. When you call youth to come and clean the church, of course, there will always be 1-2 people that will not show up for one reason or another. It is understandable. But you call youth to come and clean the church and no one comes, then there is a problem. Because definitely that parish has youths.
Exactly.
And if none is coming to clean the church, there is a huge problem. There is something that we are not doing to help our young people understand the importance of cleaning the church. They just come for mass on Sunday, and they find the church clean. Some of them don't even know who cleaned. They don't know. Maybe it is actually father who ended up cleaning, because the church was so dirty that you cannot you cannot have mass from there the following day.
Yes.
So in the end, father had to gather around whoever was available. Ba parish chair, he said, "Nkono wa youth ventabeshe mkuamia church." He said, "Ba parish chair, ba liturgical." He said, "Whoever is around, please let us help each other and clean the church." The following day on Sunday, the youth choir are the ones that are singing. They are sitting on clean benches. They are singing and worshiping in a clean church. They can't even ask, "But yesterday was supposed to clean. Who did the job?"
Exactly.
They can't do that. And immediately after mass, wazachoka chabe after mass, but Josephine, go and check where they were sitting. You're going to you will find paper yama sweetie, papers of what, packets of jiggies, packets of what. They leave them there because they expect somebody else to come and do what? To come and clean.
Exactly.
And the question is, where is the problem? Mentorship. They found the church clean, and they had to leave it dirty. Actually, the church that they should have come to sweep yesterday. Sometimes small communities are given these responsibilities, and that tent is not just adults; it is also the young people. But you find that it is just the mothers that will come. It is just the parents that will come to clean the church. But where are your youths? We can't explain. The reason is not because they are busy. It's not about busy. In fact, if anything, those who are committed to sweeping the church, the parents that come to sweep the church, are even busier than the youths themselves.
Exactly.
The whole issue is the attitude here. And we can bring it down to lack of mentorship. What exactly are we talking about as matrons and patrons when we are meeting with young people? Sometimes we are just talking about picnics. We're just talking about outings. We're just talking about buying uniform. That is all we care about. We are forgetting this other side. As long as we don't talk about these issues, our young people will not understand that it is important for them to come and sweep the church. They will not understand it is important for them to adopt a portion or a plot at church, a portion at church
yes.
to clean. They will not understand that because we are not mentoring them. We are not helping them to appreciate that this parish is our parish. It is not the parish priest's parish. The priest is going to come, he will go tomorrow.
Yes.
It is your parish. This parish does not belong to the parish executive. It belongs to all of us. And if it belongs to all of us, we should all be involved in making sure that it is well kept. We sweep, we clean, we water the flowers, we plant trees, plants, and those. The parish, the church should look good. I'll not mention names.
Okay.
But there's a parish that I visited in Ndolachi Diocese.
Okay.
I will not mention the name of the parish, but I went to that parish. Oh my God, and the parish is clean. I was like, is this a hotel or what? Wow. Is this, the parish is clean. But Josephine, when I say clean, it is clean.
It's clean.
You can see there's a lot of green around.
Exactly.
The environment is inviting. The environment is calling you, come and pray, come and worship. There's a lot of green, they've planted trees, the kapinga, the urunkoto, green, even the pavers. You people, when you put pavers, let me address those parishes that put pavers everywhere.
Yes, everywhere.
You can't put pavers everywhere. Eh? Everywhere, and literally everywhere. Pavers everywhere. And then the parish is looking like a parking lot. Icon. Design it in a way that you leave the environment some air to breathe.
Exactly.
Like, some spaces, some greens around, some trees, some not just pavers everywhere. But that's parish I went to. It is clean. I know that it is not the only parish that looks like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I was impressed. I was like, what is it that these people in this parish are doing which other people are not doing? Is there anything special that God has given the people of this parish that he has not given the people of other parishes?
Exactly.
Is it because these people have money? What is their wealth? Is it money or it is attitude? It is the brains. What is their wealth? Is it because they have a very good parish priest? Or where is the issue? Because what I see in this place, I don't see anywhere else. Yamama parishes mkoinga mwaingila chiswe wewe. It's a desert. And you are like, so panona papala pala sali kila bantu. And yes, on Sunday, the parish is going to be full. In fact, from Saturday, there's activity.
Exactly.
Yes, there's activity. Abastela bareshana padia, ba kampenga, ba kwaya, ba chite, ba dajiko in that corner, ba tereshana balongana kulia ba ligi, bale panga mafula kukona kulia. There's activity. Okay? And tomorrow, following day, people come to pray, come for mass. It is a big parish, a lot of people.
Exactly.
But scan through, check, look at how the parish is looking. Now look on Lumen must tell look on Lumen.
Yes. I know, Father, even at every home, we know when you have children, you know to say, I mean, it is the duty of the children to do some house chores, whereby as a parent, you'll be there to guide them, you show them what they're supposed to do. And this same applies also at our church. And we've just talked about the youths. I don't want them to feel as if we've compelled them to say it's your duty or responsibility to clean the church. Of course, we've talked about mentorship. What could be your words of appeal, most especially to the leaders, the matrons, who devise, I mean, they come up with programs? Because most of the programs that we see, as you have talked about, groups organizing what and what, mostly it's festivals, singing, they like. What could be your word of appeal, most especially on passing on this kind of culture to our children as we wind up with our program?
Yeah, you know, it is important to make what I would call a comprehensive work plan or work schedule for the year. I know every youth council has a calendar.
Yes.
Yeah, has a calendar. And on that calendar, we're going to see that there will be, like you have said, singing festivals on this date, going to visit our friends in that diocese on this date, and so on and so forth. And very little about work, you know. It's more of things that excite youths. Yeah, let us put it that way, like singing and outings and all that. Because even days of recollection, if you check, maybe on the program there's going to be a day of recollection or a retreat. But check how many young people are going to come for programs like that. But anyway, that is another topic for another day.
Exactly.
Yeah. But when as matrons and patrons, when you are making a schedule, a work plan, a pastoral calendar for the youth council in the parish, one of the things to consider is what exactly we're talking about. Of course, there are things like charity work, like going to, but is there anything on that calendar that speaks to work around the parish, that helps the young people to participate in manual work, in physical work around the parish? It would be good to have this come regularly. On the calendar, you can put something like every 2 months or every quarter, the young people will have a whole day to come and do manual work at church.
Yes.
Every quarter or every 2 months, whatever works for you. But it is important to have this on the calendar. And as matrons and patrons, to emphasize to young people the importance of participating in this. Otherwise, you are going to put that on the calendar. You'll be the only ones going there. As long as you have not helped them to understand the importance of them coming to sweep the church when they are told to come and sweep the church, you'll be the only ones going to the parish to do that. As long as the aspect of mentorship is not there. So we need to be talking to the young people about the importance of manual work, the importance of participating in cleaning the church. There's this let me say common understanding, especially sometimes even some politicians make this comment to say youths want free things, they are lazy. No, youths are not lazy. Young people are not lazy. What they need is mentorship, like we are saying, and guidance. Yes. They need someone to work with them so that they are guided to say, this is what you need to do, this is what you... But if you just leave them on their own, of course you're going to see their laziness, you're going to see everything that you want to see. But what they need is guidance, walking with them. In this season of creation and beyond, not just September, and going beyond, we want to see more young people participating in manual work, more young people coming to church to sweep, to clean the church, to dust the benches, to mop the floor, whatever has to be mopped, to participate in. It's not just for parents. Young people have to participate in that. But as long as nobody out there or somebody out there doesn't show them the reason why they should participate, then they will not come.
Exactly.
Hence the importance of mentorship. You are matron and patron, not just to be there and cooking shima for them when they're having a retreat. No. Not just to be there to check who is drunk and who's not drunk. No. You are there to give them parental guidance. You are a parent. You are their parent when they leave their parents' homes. Yes. You become their parent. You assume that responsibility. It's not just for you to become a police officer to them. Hey, wamwachan. Hey, why wamwa? Why you wenda nauja? Hey, chan. No. But to talk about these real life issues in order to help them change their mindset, especially like we're talking about today, cleaning the place of worship.
Thank you so much, Father. I'm sure the message has been taken, and our dear viewer out there, you've heard from Father the encouragement that has been given. Let's move together in this month of September and be active, action. And let's make a change in our parishes. At least let there be something, some change in whatever has always been there. This had been My Catholic Faith with Father Arthur Ntembla. Join us next week when we come with another exciting topic. From me, Josephine Msonda, on behalf of Father and the entire crew in the studio, we just wish you God's blessings. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mighty Father, I believe. Do you believe?